Our mission is simple. It's college prep and it's character, and in order to achieve that, we can't afford to make excuses. We don't make excuses around student achievement. We don't make excuses around student culture, and we recognize the responsibility that we hold in turning around a school and leading children to success. We came to implement that model here because all three of the schools were actually suffering.
Prior to the implementation of the no excuses model, there was very low rigor in the classroom. Teachers weren't pushing kids to think. Students weren't pushing each other to think. Now we're in a place where you can walk into our classrooms and see our scholars having very robust discussions and conversations around very difficult texts.
What happened to Edward in the text?
He thought only about himself, and he didn't love Abilene like Abilene.
Why? Give me an example of that.
Our results show that we're one of the strongest networks in Chicago. We're the only people doing what we're doing here, and it's just really cool to see that what we brought to Chicago is having such a high impact on our scholars and getting them ready for college.
There is a comprehensive and consistent discipline system. Every teacher, every adult in the building is using the same language. And there's very clear ramifications for good behavior and for bad behavior.
In other schools, it's violence. The principals don't care. They don't go around classes to make sure the kids are safe. Even when the teachers is not around, I'm still on my best behavior.
We come into the building, we already know what we're supposed to do. The school have set expectations for scholars and teachers also. We know that we grab our due down, we get started immediately. We know there's no talking. And the learning experiences here are just so fun. We just want to learn all day long. We really don't want to take breaks and go home at the end of the day.
The morning circle is a good wake-up call because sometimes my brain is floating up in the air, but when I get to the morning circle, my brain wakes up and I start thinking.
The morning meeting sets the tone for the day to make sure that students are engaged and able and willing to pay attention. Not only do we have high expectations for students, we also have high expectations for our staff.
I would describe the culture at CICS Basil as being largely cooperative. I've been really fortunate in my 2 years there to work with extremely driven and ambitious teachers and staff members. But it makes it a lot easier when you have a team or a group around you that have all really bought into a mission to serve our students to the best of our ability.
I got all of my degrees in education specifically, and so it's interesting to have never seen something like this before, where you literally get rid of all distractions, everyone's starting on the same level, everyone's at that clean slate. It just cuts the cord for any sort of distraction and paves the way for achievement.
We give interim assessments every 6 weeks that are aligned to the Common Core standards. We really use interim assessment data to drive the instruction. We also, with each of our teachers, have a scheduled coaching meeting where we sit down, we go over their goals and identify the teacher's strengths so they can continue doing the things they're doing well, and also identifying their areas for growth.
We strive to develop our teachers quicker because we're constantly assessing what we do. We work really hard to create a community of teachers that are like-minded, that are mission-aligned, who want to not only do the right thing by kids, but are willing to take feedback, implement the feedback, and become a part of a process of development.
Our teachers are getting that constant support, and it's truly unbelievable how quickly you can grow as a teacher when you're getting this level of support. And I honestly believe that education is the greatest avenue that we can use as a community to empower kids and empower families.